Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome to another episode of Atom Smasher. I'm here with Donal.
Hey, hey, hey.
And today we want to get a little bit of everything done. We need to start on our applied energistics. We've had the parts for that for a bit. Darnell's chomping at the bits to get to that. I wanted to show you this other thing real quick. This thing that I put together. It's not a particularly hard thing to put together once you get to this level, but you can make a storage scanner. It's really kind of nice for checking out all of what you got, So I've already done some scanning. I've scanned it. I've removed all the extra things off of the list because you can remove things off the list too. You only need to scan like once, or if you add a bunch more inventories, you need to scan again. You can change the radius of the scan and things down here. But these are the inventories I wanted to keep an eye on. So we got that now. So now I can access the modular storage blocks, everything from this one spot. And let's say I need to make, over here, let's find some steel plates. I don't think we have actually any steel plates ready to go, so always a good idea to have more of these machine frames for RF tools. Because that's another thing we're going to get into real quick today is how to farm Cybermen steel. So I got 4 steel plates in my inventory. If I come over here, I've already got the recipe set up over here. You can actually do that with the by using the JEI, and I'll click into there. So if I go into any of these, and except for that particular thing that I just clicked on, go into any of these. All these require a machine frame, and if I click that there, it'll pop up over there. And the problem is it's going to look for those specific steel plates. So if I mouse over any of these, it's going to say, "Hey, you're missing the steel plates." But I can just do this. I can just go around and change that recipe so it's like that. And now it'll be looking for the steel plates that I have in my inventory. Of course, it's telling me I don't have enough of them to make 4, but I do have enough to make 1. And it does seem to be, yeah, if I hit on all routable up there. So if I select an inventory that doesn't have these extra items in it, and then I try to say craft 1, actually it does look like it's going to do it. Okay, maybe it's okay to do that. But it knows that I have the enriched alloy and the lapis lazuli in the drawer system, and it does have access to the drawer system. So it's kind of a real kind of basic style applied energistics system or inventory control system anyway. And it'll do for a lot of things. So it's just a little bit different to use. I just wanted to explain that real quick. It does require power. You can see that's why it's like over here on the floor, because that was just an easy place for me to grab power. And I already had a line of machines here anyway, so it doesn't look too out of place there. And I wanted to have it flush with the floor so that the lasers would shoot around it, shoot right over top of it if somebody comes in that side door. Anyway, Dornell.
Yes.
Do you want to walk us through what we've got over here?
Well, basically, I set us up to make the basic stuff to get started with AE. So if we look in the first one here, we got our inscriber.
Yep, gotta have an inscriber. Ooh.
Now I know when we get into AE crafting, we're gonna want 4 more of those. So yeah, I'm gonna get to that soon.
Once we want to start automating the crafting process, and then of course we're gonna need a charger next. Yeah.
Yes, gotta have the charger so we can charge up the crystals, because we got to charge up crystals to make the fluix, so we can make more stuff.
So just to remind you guys, we got the charged crystals was a gift from Whisperfire. She found them in the Nether, and that's how we got our first couple initial charged Certus quartz. Now the inscribers we actually got out of our RF tools dimension. So you can get your inscriber presses. I don't know where they're at. They're over here in this chest. Yeah, here they are. You can get your inscriber presses by either going to an RF tools dimension or by going to space. Now you can actually get to space faster than you can get to an RF tools dimension. We just kind of skipped over the whole space thing for the time being. Now that doesn't mean we're gonna never go to space. We'll probably get a space program going eventually.
Yeah, that's the general plan.
But yeah, that's the general plan. But for now, we are wanting to get our applied energistic system because we're going to want that in our space station once we get there. In fact, I'm just going to stick that up there because there's a spot up there that it'll get some power, and then we'll be able to use it up there for now. We're just going to manually use it for the time being. And there's some basic vanilla automations that you can do with that too, with some hoppers and things like that. But again, for the time being, we are just going to try to find a place on the power network here to stick these things. In fact, let me remove this tank here for a second. If I can find my configurator. So I want to... Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Let's find... fluids. There we go. And then switch that to insert back into that fluid tank. Just so I can remove that for the moment. And I'll leave that where it's at, because then we can do that. Now, of course, it's not going to connect to the power like that because it's... Oop, what happened up there? There's my tank. Okay, we need the tank. I'm just going to throw that tank in there for the time being. That's got my rocket fuel in it that I made, or that was gifted to me also by Whisper Fire. She's got the production for the rocket fuel. Rocket fuel is what you need to refill your fuel tanks for tech guns in the chemical laboratory for the time being, until there's an update or whatever to that mod. I actually had to add that recipe because there was no crafting recipe to refill the fuel tanks. So, and I thought that was pretty appropriate. Pretty appropriate liquid to fill your fuel tanks with is rocket fuel, because they reload your jetpack.
Yep.
It also runs your chainsaw too, but so I guess it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. My chainsaw runs on rocket fuel. Anyway. Enough of that.
Charger sideways?
Yes, that's what I was about to do here. I was just trying to... wrench. No, wrench. That's not how you do it.
Probably gotta have the service wrench.
Probably rotate. There we go.
There you go.
The configurator is pretty good. It just, you have to remember that the wrench and the rotate mode are actually two different things on it. So there we go. Now it has power as well, and we can throw regular Certus in there and turn it into charged Certus as needed.
Okay, so in order to make some more of the more advanced stuff, we're going to need to grow some actual pure crystals, which I have some accelerators down here.
You got some quartz fiber here. Quartz fiber is then made into some flux cable.
I'm going to get to the quartz fiber in a minute.
And then, I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, we got to go down here? Ah, there we go.
Yep.
We get a couple growth accelerators. Now, do we have enough to make 2 more, or is that just is that all the material we had?
That's all the material we had. I got to charge up some more crystals and make some more flux.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Do we have a power acceptor? Probably
we do not have that yet. That's what I need more flux for.
That's okay. We can deal with that. Let's set this up in the basement, because that seems like a more appropriate place to be growing crystals at. See if we can find a good spot for it here. Because what I'm going to do for the time being, in fact maybe just between these two machines would be a good enough spot for it for the time being, is we can bring some power cable straight down to the thing, or maybe actually up on top of this would actually be okay. Because if we just take the 2 growth crystals and just, well, I want to be able to toggle it off and on, because these do burn up a lot of power when you're not using them. So let's grab out somewhere in here. I should have a bag with some mechanical or some universal cable. There we go, universal cable. And I will, let's see here, maybe we should just actually, doesn't this cable come right over this way? It does. Aha! We got some universal cable right here. So if we was to pop those out of there like so, come down here and grab that stuff back up out of there, because what I want to do is come over one right here and right, I'm actually going to put it right here, and then I will come around this way. Maybe I should come back away. Nah, it's fine. But just basically just means that I don't need that one right there in the corner anymore, so might as well remove it. since it's going to snake its way around the corner there a little bit. But then I can pop these down on here like so. Maybe I should move it away a little bit if I want to actually toggle it off and on. So let's actually put this back. This back there, and then we'll use this line to come over this way a little bit, and we'll put it like kind of here, like this, and we'll go around in a circle here so that we can actually put something in the bottom, because you can't, these don't have facades or anything like that. I mean, it would sort of work, but not exactly. So there we go. That should power up all 4 once we have 4, and 5 once we want to, if we want to put one in the bottom of it as well. So we can do that and that for the time being. I'm going to just put some cobblestone back in there, and I'm just going to put cobblestone there and there, because those are eventually going to be crystals. But we put these, all this floor back in like so. And if I think might need to get a lever. Actually, I have a lever. Awesome. So what I want to do is I want to take my configurator and set this particular piece of pipe right there to let's go to energy and then click it, and then now it says redstone sensitivity is turned on, so it should in fact respond to redstone. And if I put that there and then I toss my lever on top, hopefully that's going to send a signal through. Yes, there we go. You can see down there that that particular piece of cable, that conduit there, has disconnected from the rest of the network. Ooh, sorry, little lag spike there. And you can see that that little loop there is now isolated. So that will allow us to toggle our crystallizer off and on. Now this is kind of in the middle of the floor, which is that's just fine for now, in fact. We have a lot of floor space down here anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And now the only thing left to do is put a bucket of water in there, which we can just go upstairs and grab. A bucket of water from one of our pitcher plants. Back down to the basement. Toss that in there, and I believe if we just toggle this on, device is offline. Interesting. Does it not connect, actually? Does not connect right there. Interesting. So maybe the universal cable won't work for this? That's going to be a bit of a bummer.
You have to use the Fluix cable to...
Okay, so we do need a power acceptor in order to make this work.
Yep, and I've got that now.
Okay. Awesome. Alright, let's just remove this out of here. We're still going to leave that toggle right there. And then we will grab the Fluix cable that we made a few minutes ago, and we'll just wrap that around to there. Actually, we need to... I wonder if this will work as a wrench for this stuff. It should. Nope, apparently not. It's okay, we can just break it. Doesn't hurt. So as soon as we get a power acceptor right here, which I think Dornell's working on. Come on up here.
I'm working on 2 more growth accelerators too.
Cool. Alright, where was that at? That would be right here. This is about to be, that's going to be the growth accelerator, and nope. Almost ready there. But this is just going to be a little bit of a start on Applied Energistics. Okay. This is going to allow us to... Go ahead.
This one right here is going to have the recipe for growth for quartz glass.
Quartz glass. Definitely need lots of that.
That goes down here in the inside on the right and left side of the Fluix block. 2 each.
Because we're going to make 2 more of our growth accelerators.
And then you got some more quartz fiber here. You only need one more. As you can see, I've already got one set up there.
A little more fiber.
And since I've already showed you the quartz glass, here's your power acceptor.
Nice. Power energy acceptor. That's the thing we really needed to move along. And then what else do we need in the corners there? Is that just iron?
Oh, just iron. 8 pieces of iron.
Got it. No? Not quite. Something's not quite right there.
Oh, we gotta turn them into glass cables. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. These need to actually be cables. I've got 2 in my inventory right now. I
put
just
a piece of fiber there, sorry.
Just need some fluix.
I got a...
crystals. Well, that'll get me one more. Oh, there it is. There it is. Gets me 4, and then... There we go. That is everything we needed. Excellent. And down to the basement. So now we can put this energy acceptor right down here, and that should allow these things to start working. Yeah, on device online. Okay, cool. And then of course
they're pointed the wrong way.
No, as long as the side is to the as long as the side that looks like a staircase is towards the water, at least one of those is, then they're actually just fine.
Okay, and this, let me, I don't know if we have enough quartz, but let me go see if I can get us crystal ready to grow.
Yeah, all I need is some sand and some material, or some ground quartz, and we start growing crystals down here. I think, what is it? We need the pure stuff or whatever.
Yeah, pure certex.
So the thing we're trying to make, and ultimately trying to make, is the controller for this one right here, the ME controller, and it does require pure fluix crystals. It can't be anything other than pure. So that has to be done via crystal growth, and if you are doing crystal growth without the accelerators, it takes literally hours of real time. Potentially, yeah, a very long time. A very long time. So that is why we are doing it. And that's why we're going straight for the accelerators. Then we'll have the accelerators, we'll have our press, we'll have our chargers, so we'll have like pretty much all the things we need to get together, and that is not fluix. What the heck are you throwing in there? Just throwing all kinds of weird stuff in there. What are you up to there, buddy? That's not how it works, man.
Oh, well, never mind.
Plus we need...
I was reading the wrong thing. Hold on.
Okay. Plus we need fluix, not the other thing that you got there.
No. We need Certus quartz to make the things that we need to make.
Oh, for the, yes, we do need those too. Yeah, there you go. Those are the things that need to go in there. But we also need some pure fluix quartz crystals as well. So if you can go ahead and get some fluix dust and make a couple of pure fluix crystals at the same time.
We're gonna have to get some more
charged.
No, we're gonna have to get some more quartz.
Some more Certus quartz in general. We're like out.
We got like 3 of one and 5 of the other.
Okay, we've got 5 Certus dust in here, so I'm gonna grab that. And like 3 Certus quartz crystals. Okay, so yeah, that's a pretty low amount of Certus. In fact, yeah, those are in the drawer there. The Certus quartz dust we can probably go ahead and just turn into pure Certus. Might as well. So I'll go ahead and take these 10 crystals on downstairs. And then I'm just going to let those cook up. And they go pretty fast with this thing being powered up. You can see that they're actually kind of watch them growing and make their little bubbles and stuff like that. Yep, you can even see them changing to the different stages in there. Now, for the other, that's going to give us some regular Certus quartz, or some pure Certus quartz, which is fine, because usually those can be substituted. Now, the other thing that we're going to need is those Certus crystals. I'm going to grab those out. I'm going to charge these 3 up. So just got to kind of wait there till it changes. It's just a slight U change, really. It takes a variable amount of time. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it takes a few seconds. But there we go. Now we got 3 charged Certus, a couple bits of redstone, and what's the other thing? Nether quartz, right?
Nether quartz, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so back down to the basement. If I throw these 3 things in here, that should, did I do something? There it is. Okay. And then I just want, well, I can just jump in there for a second, and then I can just throw these ones back in because they're not done growing. But I did get a couple of the pure Certus that you, here, did you want those? You probably want those. Alright, out aboard, back to the work floor. Okay, and then I'm going to take these Fluix crystals and we're going to grind them in the crusher. Crusher? Is that right? Nope.
Well,
usages here. Oh, macerator. Oh, apparently they only go in the macerator. That's okay.
The Fluix only goes in the macerator.
Yep, I see this. Looks like I was grinding up some sand recently. Because we are always like seem to be running out of sand and needing it for glass and stuff.
Okay, well, we're gonna need something else too.
What's that?
We're gonna need silicone, so.
Silicone, okay, that's easy enough.
Here, before we get started on that, sir, go ahead and turn these 4 into the calciation press. I'm gonna throw them at you. And the press.
Okay. Okay, processor? Sure.
And then scrubber. That way it can be seen on camera.
There we go. Simple as that. Just toss it in there, put the press in there with the pure Certus. And then, of course, since we're doing it manually, you have to like wait for each one because you cannot put stacks in there or anything like that. If I did have a hopper on the one side there, it would probably work. Or even a hopper right on the front would probably work to do a couple at a time. But there you go. Printed calculation circuits are in there. 4 of them. Ready to go for you.
Thank you.
Those then have to be turned into, use some redstone. Where is it at? Redstone. And you need the silicon. Yeah, that's the thing. You need silicon, which again, sand, and I believe, hang on here, silicon is actually not too hard. Sand in a crusher. And we have a crusher right here, so I'll toss that. That's probably why I had the sand running, but there we go. Getting us a stack of silicon. No point in using and wasting our one. Man, I thought we had a lot more nether quartz than that, but might have to go take the digital miner over to the nether. Is that the silicon? Yes, it is. Silicon press is in there, so we can start pressing some of the silicon out. In fact, this might be the point where I really do want to get a hopper. Really do want to get a hopper here. So, do we have a hopper? It's a good thing we have this thing for the time being, because if we had a hopper, we don't have a hopper ready to go, but I can come over here. What? I can't search for some reason. Okay, interesting. Hopper, and then come in here, click that, and we can go make me a hopper. Nice. Made me a hopper. And I'm just going to stick it on the front there. Why not? And toss all the silicon in there, and that should feed it right into that center slot. So the top and the bottom are how you feed into these top and bottom slots, but if you want to go into that center slot, any of the sides will work, including the front, which will allow us to do a little bit of automation with just a hopper. There, that's actually kind of nice. That also probably worked for the charger too, because we can put a hopper on the top of the charger and stuff, but we don't have enough Certus quartz to matter at this point. We're going to need to do some asteroid mining, and right now that's a little bit buggy in the pack. I can't explain why, but hopefully the next update I'm going to see if I can't work it all out. But that should be soon, and hopefully by the time this video is released that should have been sorted.
Alright, so then we just have a couple other things to make.
Okay, we got
diamond and gold presses, and then
let me come down here.
This.
Grab this, and then we need to get our back up to the work floor. We need to get our Certus, our flux dust out of the macerator here. Grab some sand. Hopefully we still have a little bit of sand. We do. To make our seeds, and then we'll take those down and toss them in to the water. Here, do you want these? Go ahead and set those back up for some more pressing. Alright, gonna toss those in there. But yeah, we're moving right along on that, so I think it is time to do the other little side project that I wanted to get done today, which is to set up a spawner. Here, I'm going to give you these couple bits of Fluix cable just in case you need those for anything. But the main thing that we want to do is, maybe next episode in fact, is to get our own TARDIS. Woohoo! We want to get a TARDIS. To get a TARDIS we need a lot of Cyberman steel, because all of the recipes for the TARDISes, the ones that you can actually craft, they're going to require a chameleon cartridge circuit. Any of the actual craftable cartridge circuits require a TARDIS TT capsule. So any of the ones that are actually craftable, and some of them aren't craftable, some of them are, but they all the ones that are craftable require this TT capsule. The TT capsule takes 7 blocks of Cyberman steel, the Dalek steel. This is not compatible with any other steel, and I left it that way on purpose because I wanted it to be a little bit more of a challenge to get, and you have to actually do some hunting and stuff for it. So it takes 2 steel ingots and 7 steel blocks, and I'm pretty sure we don't have that. That's going to be more than a stack, right? Or is that exact? That's like one more than a stack of steel, I think. So where is it at? I know it is in a drawer here somewhere. That we have some yeah, it's right there actually. So we have 33, which is not enough. It's definitely not enough to make a TARDIS. So in order to farm that steel, and the things that drop that steel the most are Cybermen. Cybermen drop that pretty commonly. I believe Daleks also drop it, and potentially you can get it from the other guys. What are the Autons and possibly the Clockwork Droids. I can't remember if them really do actually drop it or not. But the way that we're going to do that is by making a spawner. Which is this thing right here from RF Tools. And hopefully I got everything in. Yep, I did. I do really kind of like that. That actually works pretty well. The scanner here as a kind of as a makeshift applied energistic system, because I am able to just like instantly craft things if I have all the stuff. Now the other thing that we're going to need to go with that spawner, because it actually requires a beamer, this thing right here, matter beamer, in order for it to work. And apparently I need to make blocks of redstone and blocks of glowstone, quite a lot of it. So blocks of redstone, blocks of glowstone. Hopefully I have enough to do both of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I kind of want 2 matter beamers just to kind of speed up the process and kind of give it a nice visual balance. It's certainly not necessary to have more than one probably do, but you can have many of them. And the other thing is the redstone. I think that's only going to give me 7 blocks, so actually I'm going to need to do one more. So Grab another stack of redstone stuff. Definitely something we don't have an issue with having plenty of. So let's grab another. So we got 8 blocks of that, 8 blocks of the stuff. So we should be able to go 1 and 2. And there it goes. Right into my inventory. Love it. Love that. Now the next thing is to figure out where we want to put this. And I think in the basement's probably fine for now. It's a very controlled process, so it shouldn't get out of hand. But we are going to run power to a couple of these. And I can't remember if the spawner itself needs power, if only the matter beamers do. But we will stick the matter, or the spawner right here. It does actually look like it requires some RF. And we will put the matter beamers right back here. Kind of, it'd be nice to just have something up. A matter beamer there, and 1, 2. And put another matter beamer right there. So yeah, should work. I hope that's going to work out. Alright, so let's wire it up with some power lines, which I should still, yeah, there we go. Should still have out, I do. We'll just come off of this line right up here. I want to like actually avoid having extra connections to that thing. Our chunk loader. We'll come right over there to that, and then we'll just come straight out this way to the spawner. Alright, looking good. Now the next thing is to put the syringe in here. Now does this have an interface? Yes, it does. And you can see that I have Cyberman. So the way the syringe works is you just use it as a weapon, and you go up and smack the mob. Now if you have an empty syringe, it will take a little DNA sample. Now you got to do, each time you hit the mob with a syringe, it gets 10%. So I've had to hit a Cyberman 10 times. Now you can easily do that with one Cyberman, so it's not a big deal. So that goes in there. Null RF, I'm not sure what that means. And then the other thing we need to do is put some material in our beamers, and we might actually need to calibrate those. That meaning that we might need to target them at that spawner. So let me grab out my smart wrench, put it in focus mode, and maybe that. Maybe I don't need focus mode. Yeah, there we go. Destination set. I'm going to do this one too. Destination set. Awesome. Alright, so now back up to the work floor. And we need to get some material for creating the Cybermen out of. Now we've got lots and lots of potatoes and carrots and wheat. So I'm thinking we can make a Cyberman out of carrots. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make Cyberman carrot. We're going to make carrot Cyberman. So all I got to do is toss a stack of carrots in there. Toss a stack of carrots in there. I do believe I might need to give these guys a redstone signal. So if I put a block in between them and go grab another lever, because I don't believe I have another lever on me, or make another lever. In fact, let's just do this over here. Lever. Lever go, make me a lever. Well, I like that. I actually do like that. That's a real basic, simple way to do an applied or a system that's similar to applied logistics, where it will craft you stuff. And there we go. We're beaming matter into the spawner. Now, once it gets enough material in that spawner to spawn the Cyberman, I don't know if that actually needs living matter. You see. Key matter, bulk matter. Oh, I don't know if any of that actually makes a difference. Doesn't tell me what the key matter or the bulk matter is for this particular thing, so I'm not sure that it's going to spawn. I'm not sure that it is going to spawn, but that's giving it living matter. Wonder how. Now, if we open this, there is a thing here. It says open manual. First you need to set up syringe and mob, insert the syringe in the spawner. Yes, we've done that. and you'll see other items you need to spawn the creature of this type. Null RF doesn't tell us anything there, does it? Interesting. It's supposed to tell us stuff. It's supposed to tell us what we need over here, I think. Uh-oh. That might be a case of that it doesn't do this. Get the materials into this. Okay, yeah, that's right. If you insert the syringe in the spawner in UI, you can see the other items you need to spawn the creature of this type. Well, I'm thinking that I need to do some more configs. So, okay, well that's good to know. That is good to know. Well, we got a spawner with beamers set up.
I do have a job for you if you're up to it.
Oh, what's up?
Need to get some more, even if we get some quartz from the nether, we need to get some more quartz from somewhere.
Oh,
hopefully ending with glowstone.
And glowstone? Oh,
yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's pop over to the nether. I believe I have all the materials in my, or I believe I have all the stuff in my inventory to set up the digital miner. And we can just pop right over here.
We need nether quartz.
And what we're going to do...
Charged quartz.
Is... Hang on here. Nether quartz and charged quartz I can't... Or, well, you have to make some Certus. Well, we should get Certus this way, actually. We should get some Certus this way. So, if I set down... Digital miner... Quantum entangler and the power cells, the things I'm going to need for this. In fact, let's head over where there's a little more material. Come over this way a bit. We got nasty guys. Let's get my guns back on my bars here. Guns back on the bars. Make sure that we're not... So what I think I'll do is I'll just tell it not to mine the nether quartz. Yeah, that's the guy I was concerned about.
I do need nether quartz though.
No, I mean nether rack, sorry. I'm going to tell it not to mine the nether rack and to just mine everything else. Now that means that we're going to get the nether versions of all these ores, so we're going to have to figure out a way to deal with all that, but that'll be okay. It'll be alright. Let's put that down. Throw our power cell down right here. Throw our quantum entangler right there. That should work. We're going to get in here. We're going to config it. We're going to say new filter. Item stack. Nether quartz. Save. Because it's already in inversion mode. So basically it'll mine everything that's not on the list right now. And we just added another rack, so that should do. Now if we hit start, oh, that's a lot of stuff to mine. Oh yeah, I should have also added this stuff. Hang on, let's stop it. Stop. Whoa. Okay, good thing I got out of there real fast. Hang on. We got cyber demons. Cyber demons attack.
Sound like you're having fun.
Loads. Great, I got a visible one. Hang on. Yeah, this is a good time for one of these, I think. It just ate me a golden apple. That'll work. Alright. He's still invisible, isn't he? Is he there? Did I kill him? No, no, he's still right here someplace. There, I killed him. Goodness. Okay, this guy over here dead. Yes, this guy is dead. Any more? Any more? Okay, okay. Alright. Reset, reconfig, because I gotta also add item stack. We need to add the magma blocks because we don't want magma blocks to save. Okay. Now if we start it again, that's still a lot of things. Still getting dimensional shards, that's actually nice. And the problem we're going to have right now is that I don't think we have to worry about any other special netherrack in this particular area. We should be good there. I don't see what else we might need to worry about. But yeah, now I need to go over and actually start figuring out where to send all these materials, and I actually got an idea for that. So let's head back over. Oh, got a cyber demon right outside the portal. Take care of him though. Took care of him. Why'd I come up here? I don't need to go to the surface, I need to go down this way. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch that little conduit there to, and we need to switch it to items. And there we go. Now all this stuff will go into that storage, and then we can eventually pull the stuff out of there and put it into the drawer system. But for the time being, you can just fill up this. Now we got 300 slots in here. That should give it plenty of space to put things. But of course we can just pull things out like so and put them away like so. Awesome. We got it. We got that. Alright, I think that's about it. So there. I'm just going to toss... Oop, I didn't want to put that in there. What was it? There was some piece of cyber gear I put in there. I didn't mean to, but I did pick up Thompson SMG while I was over there. That's not terrible. It can be a spare gun, and I need to make... Oops, I need to make sure I put away these things into my one storage here so that we don't lose those. I also put those wrenches in there for the timing too. And my spare bucket. Alright. I think that covers it. I'm sad that you had to put more workbenches. Jeez. Jeez, man. Look at all these things. I think this is going to have to wait for another episode, my mate. But...
yeah, it's alright.
Yeah,
I'm just preparing.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Let me come down here and pick up that material. So, I am kind of sad that the spawner doesn't do anything at the... with the Cyberman. That's probably something I need to do with the configs. Again, that'll probably be fixed by the time this video is released in the latest update. But we're going to wrap this one up here. We've got materials being mined up over there, getting stored over here. Of course, we're going to need to take some things like these gold nuggets out because those take a lot too much space, way too much space over here. And put them away as they come. But if this gets full, all we got to do is do a quick flip around of a few things and it'll empty out into the drawer system. I'm not sure why it's favoring the modular storage. It should actually be favoring the drawer system, but it's probably because it's just so dang close together. If I put this like one back away, in fact, I could even do that real quick. That should make it favor the drawer. Oop, wrong bag. Favor the drawer system so that anything that could go in there would go in there first. So let me grab one more of those. Let's pick that. Let's grab my wrench out of here and we'll just pick that up for a second. That should retain all of its stuff. Put one more piece right there, and then if I take this and then put that there like that, So anything that can go in the drawer system will go in the drawer system first, and if it doesn't have a space, it'll end up over here in the modular storage. That's much better. See, there we go. Now we're getting a little bit of sorting going on there. That's exactly what we wanted. And I could even do this real quick, which is not that wrench. Do this real quick just to clear out the stuff that does have drawer space. We can switch this over to item real quick, and we can just pull out everything, and as soon as that stops pulling out stuff out of this drawer, or out of this modular storage, there we go, it's pulled out everything it possibly can, so we just switch that back to normal, and then now we go, there we go, now we got a little bit of sorting going on. Alright, I believe that's good. I believe we've got as much done for this episode as we're going to get done with this episode. Next episode, we're going to have to get further into the applied logistics and maybe start thinking about doing something. Well, I don't know. I guess we're going to stick around this base for a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. We'll get an applied logistics system sort of set up here. And you know what else we could do, Dornell, to make it a little bit, well, it's a little bit cheesy, but I think it's okay. We could use dang it, just, my mind just went blank. The storage stuff, the compact machines. There we go. That's what I was trying to say.
Yep.
Compact machines. We could actually use those to connect two bases via, instead of using the legitimate way of connecting your applied logistics system. We could actually use compact machines to connect two separate bases through a compact machine that it has two access points. Anyway, guys, I think that's good for this one. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Till next time, we will catch you later. And Dornell's going to just stay quiet because he doesn't like you guys. He's not going to say goodbye.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say your I didn't hear you do your goodbye.
All right, guys, we'll catch you later.
Goodbye.